Sam Barber, is so great to see wrestling back in Clune Arena last week, and a good showing, good crowd.
Yeah, I was pumped. Yeah, obviously it'd been a couple years since we've been back in there. I love that venue. It's our premier venue here. It's a great venue for wrestling. New floor configuration, fans on the side, VIP area. Just created a really great environment for our athletes to compete in. It was noticed. They talked about it. They felt it. So that part of it is great. A shout out to our season tickets folks. You know, the ticketing office did such a great job. Miss Megan Gines did an amazing job. We got to Miss Haley. We just did Amanda. I think we did an amazing job. Our goal was 100. We came very close to that, and I'll take it. 80 season ticket holders. A lot of season tickets donated back to the program. Provided some opportunities for some people to come out and see the match that normally wouldn't come. So, and they all brought people with them, and it created a great environment, a great crowd. So, just on that piece alone, as far as production, environment, season tickets, back in Clune Arena, I thought it was great. And then some pretty good wrestling too. Really thought the guys showed up and competed hard, and we've been focused on a few different areas coming out of the Missouri duel. We said, hey, we want to be better here, here, and here, and seeing the connection between that conversation and the growth in our matches. Still found some things we can work on. I think it's always never satisfied, always trying to improve, right? And obviously a shout out to those guys for doing a good job. A solid win against a really kind of gritty, gritty, tough team. Western. Appreciate what those guys do, how they do it over there. We're going to wrestle those guys in, year out. It's a good experience for both of us. But really happy with how the guys competed.
Wyatt Hendrickson, nice to see him back as well, and he performed as expected, I would think.
Yeah, it's great to have Wyatt's. Obviously, returning national qualifier in our program. Round of 12, a guy that's ranked in the top 10, that we just don't have that very often in our program. So to say that not having that, for sure having that guy back in your lineup makes a difference, right? Even though he wrestles last, knowing that guy's coming up, I guarantee you the first 9 guys wrestled with some confidence, knowing that Wyatt Hendricks was back in the lineup. So excited to see him back, excited to see him get to do what he loves to do and compete, and he's going to get to do that again here a couple more times this semester. So, fired up to have Wyatt back.
Yeah, something exciting happened away from Clune Arena too with Sam Wolf.
Yeah, Sam Wolf. Congratulations, Sam Wolf. Great job, Pan American Games champion. I think you got to truly understand, what a big deal that is. You got to go back a little bit to last April, right? And we were still kind of in this pandemic mode, and we took Wyatt Hendrickson, we took Sam Wolf, Sidney Flores, a handful of other athletes out to Iowa City, Iowa. Still, not sure, where you're at in competition, but those 2 guys compete. Wyatt wins it, gets to go wrestle in the World Championships in Russia, does a great job in representing the institution in his country. Sam loses in the first round. He loses in the first round, wins 7 to 8 straight. 7 to 8 straight, beats some really good guys, gets 5th place, becomes an All-American, UWW Junior All-American. So again, to come back, right? To be able to come back and string together that amount of matches, to put himself on the podium and earn himself an honor to go represent the United States of America and Colombia, that's a big deal. So to completely understand what he did, I think you got to go back and, the guy loses his first match, wins 7, I think, straight, and then wins a couple more to place, and earns himself that opportunity. But he beats the Cuban first round, tough draw. That Cuban was a returning medalist from the prior Pan Ams. Cuba's steeped in rich tradition of wrestling. So to beat the Cuban, to tech him is a big deal. Puts together a couple other wins in the finals, and he gets to hear the national anthem played. He gets to run across the mat with the American flag, U.S. on his chest, all while doing it while representing the United States Air Force Academy. So proud of Sam and the way he represented this institution, our program, and our country, and really great that he got to have that experience. So something that he'll carry with him the rest of his life, and that's what we're about, is transformational experiences.
Even though that wasn't during an official Air Force Academy competition, what does that kind of thing do with Wyatt and with Sam? And it's got to fire up some even more of your wrestlers to go, wow, look at the great things that are happening here.
Well, I think it would talk about like who we are, right? I think that's a big time, like who are we as a team? And I think we're people that want to compete at the highest level. And I think if you come here, you have those opportunities. You're going to get a chance to get a world-class education, selflessly serve your country, and then compete at the highest level. If it's the Big 12 championships, if it's the NCAA championships, if it's the World Championships, it's the Pan American Game Championships. So I think that's a big deal. And I think that's for us, it's like who we are. We want those type of experience. We want, you want to be the person that's called on in those high pressure, high reward moments and go and compete at the highest level. So for us, one of the core things, like who are we? We're people who love to compete. All right, so if we get the call anywhere, anytime, we're going to compete. And the higher the level, the more significant the event, the better we're going to do.
Sam, thanks for the time. We'll talk to you next week before Oklahoma State.
Appreciate it. Thanks.